I heard Asia Wilson, Sha'Carri, Sabrina, Sabalenka. Oh, that's right. I didn't hear Caitlin Clark's name. That's why we don't jump for joy when Nike does one good thing. Oh, one good thing. Nike's Nike at the end of it. There's a reason why their stock has been...
Nike just messed up again, and Caitlin Clark fans are not letting it slide. Imagine being one of the biggest sports brands in the world and still managing to overlook one of basketball's biggest rising stars, not once, but twice. Somehow, Nike has left Caitlin out again, and fans are calling them out big time. Did they forget she exists, or is this intentional? Let's break down this major marketing fail because the internet is not happy.
Now with Nike, they're listing out the names of this. And of course, who do they ignore? The number 22 edit.
Nike really did it again. No, seriously, they actually did. They just released a brand new WNBA ad right after the Super Bowl, a primetime moment with huge visibility. But somehow, someway, they left out Caitlin Clark, the biggest name in women's basketball right now. Fans can't believe it.
How Nike put out how they really feel about Miss Clark. Let's take a look.
You want to know what I'm selling? I'm selling greatness. Asia Wilson, 3-time MVP. We got Jordan Childs. We got Juju Watkins. We got Sha'Carri Richardson.
Okay.
And we got Arena Sabalenka.
Champion.
Hustling is not easy, but I love it. Sabrina, I know you want it.
Now, let's talk about who actually made the cut. Sabrina Ionescu? Okay, solid choice. Juju Watkins? She's got potential, sure. AJ Wilson? No surprise there, she's basically Nike's golden star. But Caitlin Clark? Nowhere to be found. And that's just wild. Let's look at the facts. Caitlin Clark is the biggest reason women's basketball is getting this level of attention. She's shattering records, drawing NBA-level viewership, and yet, Nike somehow forgot about her?
Stood out among the Caitlin Clark fan base is them not mentioning Caitlin Clark's name at all in this whole damn ad. Now, one person said, why wasn't Caitlin Clark's name said? The other person said, they don't say Caitlin Clark's name.
And let's be real, this isn't the first time Nike has done Caitlin Clark dirty. They keep acting like she's just another player, just another talented guard, when in reality, she is women's basketball right now. Meanwhile, Juju Watkins, who, to be fair, is a great young player, is getting major Nike promo, even though she's still early in her career and hasn't made the kind of historic impact Caitlin has. And don't even get me started on AJ Wilson. Nike keeps pushing her as the face of the WNBA, and yeah, she's a great player, but let's be honest, she's not bringing in the kind of attention Caitlin Clark is.
They promoted her more in college than they have at all the entirety of the WNBA season. She signed an 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike that also included her own signature shoe, which honestly, looking at it now, $28 million for 8 years is an absolute steal for this super.
The Fever's games are going to sell out in every city. People are literally camping outside arenas just to see Caitlin Clark. When was the last time an Aces road game had that kind of hype? Nike really thought they could get away with this one. Like, they actually thought no one would notice. Just throw in a few names, slap together some highlights, and call it a day? Nope, we noticed. This is like dropping an NBA ad and leaving out Michael Jordan. Like making an NFL promo and somehow forgetting Patrick Mahomes. Caitlin Clark isn't just another player, she is the moment. She's got little girls picking up basketballs, grown men buying her jerseys, and entire networks shifting schedules just to put her games in prime time. Nike seriously fumbled this one.
How dare you put out a commercial with Caitlin Clark's merchandise saying everyone's name but Caitlin Clark? My dad could watch that commercial 75 times. He will only know Sabalenka's name. My wife will watch that commercial 75 times and she'll say, they're really going to show Caitlin Clark's shirt and not mention her name? Oh, that's kind of weird, isn't it?
And yet, despite all of this, Nike, one of the biggest sports brands in the world, decided Caitlin Clark wasn't worth a spot in their new campaign. Make it make sense, because it doesn't make sense. At this point, Nike just needs to admit they have a Caitlin Clark agenda. Just say it, just be honest. Yeah, we're weirdly committed to making sure Caitlin Clark doesn't get too much shine because we'd rather push our handpicked stars instead. Cool, at least we'd know. But here's the thing, the fans aren't dumb. We see it. We see the nonsense. And if Nike doesn't want to embrace Caitlin Clark, that's fine. Someone else will. And when her jersey sales explode, when her WNBA games break records, and when she becomes the biggest name in basketball, Nike will have to sit back and watch, knowing they had the chance to get it right, and they fumbled again.
So Nike has decided to release a congratulations to Caitlin Clark for Rookie of the Year shirt in what I think could be possibly the worst designed t-shirt in Nike corporate history. No, but look at this. I've worked with designers before. Like, this is bad. It looks like they had some intern just like quickly mock something up in like PixArt. But really, they put the Nike swoosh in the middle of the O sort of thing, like overlapping some.
Look, I don't know if Nike XX live under a rock or if they just enjoy making terrible business decisions for fun. The players they featured in the ad? Great talents, no doubt. But do they sell out every single arena they walk into? Nope. Do they send TV ratings through the roof like Caitlin Clark does? Nope. Have they single-handedly made people who never watched the WNBA suddenly care? Again, nope. So why is Nike acting like Caitlin Clark is just some random bench player? At this point, I'm convinced they're allergic to good marketing. Her jerseys sell out instantly. Her games are packed. Her impact is historic. And yet, Nike is out here promoting players who don't even move the needle like she does. Who does that? But let's be real, Nike has been shady toward Caitlin Clark for a while now. While they're throwing endorsement deals at players who couldn't sell out a high school gym, they're pretending the most marketable athlete in women's basketball doesn't exist. They could have been printing money off Caitlin Clark merch, but instead, they'd rather push players nobody's checking for. Genius strategy, guys. Maybe the Nike marketing team needs to go back to school.
Talked ticket sales and we've talked viewership. Now let's talk about regular season viewership, not draft viewership. Regular season viewership, it grew by 20% in 2023. It's grown by 180% now, which means it would take another 5 or 6 years to do what Caitlin Clark has done. So between draft day viewership, which is up 400% to 40%, between ticket sales, which is up 93% to 16%, between regular game viewership, which is up 180% to 20%.
Between ticket sales skyrocketing, up 93%, and regular game viewership jumping 80%, it's clear Caitlin Clark is driving the WNBA's biggest boom ever. Now imagine if Nike had run the NBA back in the day, LeBron James? Nah, let's put all our focus on the guy averaging 6 points per game instead. This is exactly why Under Armour and Adidas are just sitting back, watching Nike fumble the bag. Like, go ahead, keep playing games. They'll happily sign her. And let's talk about the excuses. Oh, but Caitlin hasn't signed with Nike yet. Yeah, and why would she? Why sign with a company that's acting like she doesn't exist? That's like showing up to a party where the host pretends you weren't invited. The craziest part? Nike is acting like they're making some big social justice statement by pushing other players, but in reality, they're just being petty star. Let's call it what it is. Nike is mad that Caitlin Clark doesn't need them. She doesn't need their forced hype machine. She doesn't need their fake activism. And she sure as hell doesn't need to beg them for recognition.
As far as the shoe deal goes, there doesn't seem to be one in sight just yet. And timing is everything. Like, who knows what's going to happen with the new rookie class coming in. Paige Beckers, Kiki Arioffin. This was the year.
And people are supposed to be like, oh wow, look at Nike supporting the WNBA, how nice. No. We saw that ad, we hit pause, rewound, squinted at the screen, and went, hold up, where's Caitlin Clark? And yeah, she was in there, for about 3.5 seconds. Maybe 4 if you count the frame where she blinked. Nike really thought we wouldn't notice that the biggest name in women's basketball was barely featured, while they rolled out the red carpet for everyone else. Be serious. Caitlin Clark could sneeze and sell more jerseys than half the league combined, and they had her in that ad like a background extra. Let's be real, put an AJA Wilson jersey next to a Caitlin Clark jersey, and one is collecting dust while the other sells out so fast that Nike's website crashes. And this isn't just about AJA. Compare Caitlin's sales to any WNBA player. There's a reason Fever tickets are suddenly going for Super Bowl level prices. There's a reason people are talking about the WNBA like it's the event to watch. Spoiler alert that reason is wearing number 22 in Indiana.
This has been called the biggest marketing fumble
in history. And I mentioned in a previous video, I did work for marketing agencies, and I worked for an agency where Nike was our client. So I know how on top of things that Nike is. And this is one of those things that I personally just did not understand, because the excuse was that it takes all this time. And I do understand how it takes time, but LeBron James, he had his shoe in his rookie year. Steph Curry with Under Armour, he had his shoe, I think, within a year. So I'm not sure what the difference.
Within a year, Caitlin Clark has completely changed the game. Yet Nike is in the back room like, should we promote the player bringing the most eyes to the league? Or should we keep pushing the same athletes we've been backing for years? Decisions.*S This is the same Nike that made jerseys for a *2K My Player before making one for Caitlin. Like, some virtual dude named Jamal Buckets got a signature jersey before the most marketable player in women's basketball history. And Nike really thinks they're slick with this whole we support the WNBA narrative. No, you support WNBA players that fit your agenda. Nike reminds me of that one teacher who swears they don't have favorites but let some kids get away with everything while calling others out for blinking too loud. If Nike was a restaurant, they'd serve everyone else a 5-star meal. But if Caitlin Clark walked in, they'd hand her a Lunchables and tell her to be grateful. Now, let's talk jersey sales. If Nike dropped a Caitlin Clark jersey right now, it would sell out in milliseconds. The website would crash. Bots would be fighting each other at checkout. Some dude in his mom's basement would be flipping them on eBay for $600. Meanwhile, Nike could be giving away some of these other jerseys for free, and people would still be like, nah, I'll take a Caitlin Clark one instead.
Lovely young lady who goes out there and performs at the highest level and is a conscientious observer and a conscientious participant in helping to make women's basketball better for everybody. She didn't have to do those things, but she's done those things, which is further evidence that her heart has always been in the right place, and people who were looking for an excuse to denigrate her